Good morning, class 6. I am Anil Bhagat, your science teacher from Modern International School, Hiswa. Welcome back to our e-learning program. Today, in this video lecture, we will revise chapter 2, that is components of food. In the previous lecture or yesterday's lecture, we had discussed about chapter 1, that is food, where does it come from? So we understand several things about food and the food which was eaten by an individual. Now today we are going to discuss about food and the components present in the food. So an individual eats different types of foods which are made by different type of ingredients. Some ingredients from the plants, some ingredient from the animals, and they together when mixed they form a food which is used by an individual. So in any food there are some substances which are needed by an individual, and these substances are very important for the proper growth and development of the body of an individual. So now these substances are called nutrients. These substances are called nutrients. So normally in our food there are carbohydrate, protein, fat, vitamins, minerals, roughage and dietary fibers. Roughage or dietary fibers and water. These are the 6 things which is present in our food. So let's discuss one by one. First of all, carbohydrate. So carbohydrate, sources of carbohydrate are rice, wheat, potato, sugar. These are the sources of carbohydrate. And carbohydrate gives us energy for our daily activities. Now, if you want to taste the presence of carbohydrate in a food, then what is the process? The process is we have to take a food sample or a food item and put few drops of iodine on that food item. And the color will change blue-black color. That is, when iodine react with starch, it will produce or it will generate a color that is blue-black color. So if that color appear on the food item, we understand that okay, carbohydrate is present in the food item. So if there is a lack of carbohydrate in our food, then we don't have energy to perform our daily activities. The next nutrient of our food is fat. Fat also gives us energy more than carbohydrate and also keep our body warm. And the sources of fat is oils, ghee, butter, sweets. So these are the sources of fats. And how can we taste the presence of fat? Suppose a food item which is we want to taste that fat is present in the food item or not. So we take a piece of paper, put the food item in the paper and try to crush it. After crushing, open the paper, take out the food item and try to see through the paper against a light source. If you are able to see partially, it means fat is present in the food item and there is a patch on the paper. So this is the taste of presence of fat in a food item. Now next comes the protein. So milk, egg, meat, pulses, these are the main sources of protein. And the taste of protein is the food item in which you want to taste the presence. First you have to put 2-3 drops of copper sulfate, 2-3 drops of copper sulfate and 10 drops of caustic soda on the food item, and stir the test tube well and allow it to rest for some time. After that we will observe that the color will turn violet. Then we are able to understand that okay, protein is present in the food item, and protein is a bodybuilding food. It gives our body to produce new types of new cells and tissues, and also it helps our body to repair the damaged cells and tissues. So this is what is called protein, and it is a bodybuilding food. Like carbohydrate and fats are energy giving food, so protein is a bodybuilding food. Next comes the vitamins and minerals. So vitamins and minerals we need in very less quantity but in a regular pattern. Our body is not able to store these vitamins and minerals for a long period of time, so our body needs it in a continuous manner. There are different types of vitamins like vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E and vitamin K. Vitamin B is a group of vitamins called vitamin B complex, vitamin 1 to vitamin B12. So now let's discuss one by one. So first of all, vitamin A. So different type of green vegetables, fruits, milks, these are the sources of vitamin A. Carrot is very important source of vitamin A, and vitamin A help us to maintain proper eyesight. Means if you have proper vitamin in your body, your eyesight is good. And if you lack vitamin A, then night blindness will cause, or you are not able to see things properly in you can say dim light, or where the amount of light is very less. Next comes the vitamin B. So vitamin, due to lack of vitamin B or B1, beriberi is caused. That is, muscles are very weak and you feel always tired. So this vitamin B we get from milk, fruits and vegetables, cabbage, etc., eggs. So in this type of food items we get vitamin B. Next vitamin is vitamin C. We get vitamin C from different types of citrus fruits like lemon, guava, potato. This vitamin C help us to fight against diseases, and if there is a lack of vitamin C in our body, we suffer by the disease called scurvy, in which our gums will swallow up. Next comes the vitamin D. We get it from the different types of food like egg, milk, and from sunlight. And it is a suggestion by doctors that you have to spend at least 40 minutes in sunlight every day, so that your body never lack vitamin D. If there is a lack of vitamin D, there is a disease called rickets, in which our bones become weak. Next comes the vitamin K. So vitamin K we get from green vegetables, soybean, tomato, and the different type of vegetables are there. And if there is a lack of vitamin D, our blood will not clot properly. Our blood will not clot properly. So this vitamin helps in the clotting of blood. Next comes the vitamin E. The sources of vitamin E are milk, wheat, soybean, maize, fish, egg, etc. There are several other sources of vitamin E is there. And if there is a shortage of vitamin E in our diet, then we will suffer from liver disease, and there is a problem in males. So these are the deficiency of vitamin E. Now comes the several types of minerals like iodine we get from salt, and fishes from sea. So if there is a lack of iodine, we suffer from disease of thyroid gland. This thyroid gland swallow up, and a disease called goiter will happen. If we lack iron in our diet, then what will happen? We suffer from the anemia, in which the quantity of red blood cells and hemoglobin will become less in our body, and we will suffer from fatigue. So these are the minerals and vitamins which we need in our body. Next comes the fibers or dietary roughage. So the food we eat, normally green fresh vegetables and fruits and whole grains, we get roughage from there, and this roughage help us to remove the undigested food from our body. Next comes the water. Water is very important for digestion, and also it maintains the temperature of our body. 70% of our body is made by water, and we get water from fruits, vegetables, pulses, and different types of food item we are taking in. Next comes our diet, that is the food we generally eat is called our diet, and the food in which all the nutrients are present in right proportion is called balanced diet. Next comes the deficiency disease. The disease which is caused because of lack of nutrients in our food for a long period of time is called deficiency disease. Like if there is a lack of protein in our food, then our cells, our body will not grow properly, cells will not grow properly. If there is a lack of carbohydrate in our body, then we don't feel energetic. And if there is a lack of both in our body, then our growth will completely stops, and we always feel tired. So this is the different topics of chapter 2. We had discussed in a very summarized way only the important things we discussed in this lecture. I hope you all are able to understand this lecture well. Have a great day. Be safe at home. Thank you.